Welcome back to the Manager Show. Max Herz here with John Schiffner on the Anglers Extra Pregame Show. Schiff's jamming.
A little Steve Miller here. I like it.
Yes.
I like it very much. My era.
3-2 win last night over Harwich. What were your impressions of the flow of that game as it progressed?
Well, it was just a good ball game. You know, I mean, both teams' pitchers were battling one another and battling the hitters, and there were some nice defensive plays. There was, it was just a good college baseball game, and somebody had to win it. I'm glad it was us. You know, we got the clutch hits when we needed them, and, we took advantage of their mistakes, and boom, we get a 3-2 win. That's nice.
Down 2-1. The energy in the dugout in the bottom of that ninth inning was intense.
Phenomenal.
How would you quantify it?
Oh, it was fantastic. The bullpen came down. We've got some characters. We have some guys with character, and we've got some characters. And it was just a great energy. The crowd fed off it. And as soon as Patton smoked that ball through shortstop, the place was electric. They're like, here we go. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be fun. And we got the people in the scoring position we needed, and we took advantage of that mistake, and here we are. We get a win.
Mason Coppins comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out, the winning run on third. You pull him over to the third base coach's box. What'd you tell him?
Don't strike out. That's the truth. I told him, don't strike out. Give us a chance. Use your speed. You put the ball in play. If they try to turn a double play, an infield to 2 double play, they got to throw your butt out. Don't strike out. Okay? He didn't. He walked on 4 pitches. It's a good at bat. And that's in that situation. You don't need a pop up. You don't need it. You need to hit a long fly ball in the outfield. See a ball up, hit it to the outfield. Look for the sac fly, or just rip a shot through there. And if you don't, we still have a shot because they still have to catch the ball twice, 3 times. Catch the ground ball, throw the ball to the plate, catch it, throw it to first base, and catch it again. So you got a shot in that situation. Don't strike out. And he looked for his pitch, never got it, and then we'll take it.
Mason Coppins, the walk-off walk, on base twice last night. How has he been able to utilize those skill sets all season long?
Well, he struggles a little bit. Again, the reason I told him don't strike out is he strikes out a little too much, and we need him not to strike out. Some guys, you're okay with them striking out because they can knock the ball over the fence. They can, hit the ball deep. He is not the guy we're looking at to hit the ball deep. He's the guy we're looking at to hit the ball on the ground. If he hits a 3 or 4 hopper to shortstop, it's base hit. And that's going to help us. So, you got to cut the strikeouts down in that situation. And it's just, again, it goes back to the old adage. You got to hit 3 athletic actions to get a guy out in a ground ball. So we'll take that percentage.
What type of step forward did your starting pitcher, Jeff Belge, take last night?
Outstanding. The last inning he threw in his last performance was what we saw and we'd hoped to get. His first 2 innings, he was a little sloppy. He was probably a little nervous, I would imagine. Just wasn't really taking the bull by the horns. The last inning, I don't know what Bones said to him in between innings, but Bones said something to him. He went out in the mound, and it was a clean, crisp inning with good velocity. Breaking pitch was there. That was what we saw last night. And, he was really, really good. He kept us in that ball game.
Jacob Stevens is on the mound for you today against Harwich. What can you do to recover from a 4-walk performance last week?
Well, you've got to throw strikes. You can't throw it down the middle, but you got to give your catcher and the umpire a chance to catch it and, be a strike. I thought he got squeezed a little bit by the umpire. Those looked like pretty good pitches, but, and that throws you off. I mean, if you're throwing pitches to a spot and it's a strike and you're not getting it, it's, after 5 or 6 of them, it kind of gets in your head. I thought he was throwing well, but just was getting very frustrated because he wasn't getting that pitch. And, what are you going to do? I mean, that's part of this game. It's part of their process of maturing. It's part of their, you're going to face that no matter what level you get to. There's going to be guys who aren't going to call the pitches you think they're going to call. So, it's a learning process, and that's, hopefully he'll, learn from that, and it has a little bit better strike zone today.
Schiff, thank you.
My pleasure, Max.
John Schiffner, the manager of the Chatham Anglers, here on the Manager Show in advance of a second straight game against Harwich. Chatham looking to sweep this mini 2-game home-and-home set. Back to Drew Carter for more on the Anglers Extra Pregame Show.